Hey, Golden Child. Welcome back to another episode of Freedom Fridays with me, your host, Jalisa the Golden Child. And if you're new here, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much to my new subscribers. And but we're going to get it together, y'all. One day. One day we're going to get it together. But welcome back to my channel. Thank you. Welcome to the new viewers, new subscribers. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, share, all the things. I have some amazing content, if I do say so myself, on my channel. And I want more people to have access to it, to know what it is that I'm doing here on my channel, and to be able to um, work alongside me as I go on this mission to really guide you to see and be your most authentic self, help you to uncover and release limiting beliefs and unleash the golden child within. Yes, my brand, what they call me, is the golden child, but you are the golden child as well. Each of you that are alive and well, or even not well, there is still a purpose and calling on your life. There are still things that you are here to do. And because you're still living and breathing, there are still miracles happening on your behalf. So you are a golden child as well. So if you don't know me, my name is again Jalisa Hardy. I am a board certified holistic health practitioner. I'm a single mom. My kids are 5, 4, and 2. So at any given time, they'll be either, trying to unlock the door, banging on the door, crying outside the door, or even, just popping in the screen. So just a disclaimer. I am a survivor. I am a board certified holistic health practitioner. I'm an author. I'm a speaker. I'm a publisher. I'm a coach. I am a healer. I am a energetic worker, a Reiki master, a trauma of money certified professional. I am a doula in training. Um, and probably a list of other things. But this Freedom Fridays podcast is really the genesis of my YouTube channel, and what God has really shown me has evolved into so many segments and so many things. But Freedom Fridays is where it all began. You can go back. It is a playlist of the previous Freedom Fridays podcast episodes. Eventually, I will have guests on. I'm a guest on so many other podcasts. If you Google Jalisa Hardy or Jalisa Golden Child, you'll see a plethora of podcast episodes that I've done on other people's platforms. So I love podcasts. I love sharing the things, the wisdom, the knowledge, and even my story. And today's topic is one, how I became the golden child. But this month our theme has been um Women's History Month, making her story, not history, making her story. Okay, it's a whole lot of history being made right now. Okay, but what I'm talking about is making her story. And the other thing is being led by my inner guide and my intuition. And that's really how I became the golden child. um but it started from my conception. I literally had to be born resilient. I had to be born, um, thankfully, due to the gift of faith and belief that my mom had, that she passed on to me, along with the gift of healing that led to me being here whole, healed, and healthy. So I was born in 1991. So 1990, my mom got pregnant with me, and that was I believe the fourth time of her getting pregnant, but only the second time she was able to actually give birth. She had no, three. I think she had two miscarriages before me and one after, something like that. But she had a history of fertility challenges that led to her believing that for 10 years that she was incapable of even giving birth, because it took her 10 years to give birth to my sister. And with that experience, she ended up giving birth so early they had to suture her. So even with that experience, she did not go full term. So she had never had a full term pregnancy. So with me, that was her prayer, that was her hope. And I think about 4 months in, 4 to 5 months in, they did the test that they do still now, whether or not your child may have Down syndrome. And I tested positive for Down syndrome. And then 6 or 7 months into her pregnancy, they did the anatomy scan, and they found out that my esophagus and my windpipe was fused together and that I had no stomach. So if she was to make it full term with this pregnancy, They told her that I would need a bunch of surgeries, that they would have to do a lot of work in order to give me any type of quality of life, any type of chance at living. Okay, I'm on YouTube. Let me make sure that I'm checking in on y'all over there as well. Okay. But with that experience, they have suggestions and things that they'll tell you, oh, this might be the best option, this, that, and the third. One of the nurses gave the suggestion for her to terminate the pregnancy. And that for my mom was never an option. But they gave her that suggestion because they're like, your child has all of these issues, this, that, and the third. Like, this is the best thing for you. This is the best thing for your child. Blah, blah, whatever, their whole deductive reasoning, their scientific proof, or whatever the case may be. And from there, my mother made a decision. She said, you know what? I see the test results. I hear what you're saying. I hear your suggestions, but God has the final say. God has the final say. And for her, even though she got this dire and very, maybe even a traumatic, results, especially after all of the other challenges she had with getting pregnant, staying pregnant, miscarriages, and all of those things. But she chose, even despite the proof of the status of her current pregnancy, she chose to believe in and have faith that there was going to be a different outcome. Okay, so we cannot focus on our past or our past experiences and allow that to dictate our present or dictate our future. Even present circumstances should not, if it's not what you desire, if it's not aligned with God's will for your life, you do not have to accept it. You do not have to believe that that's what it's going to be, regardless of what doctors say, what other people say, what your thoughts may say, what your family may say. You do not have to believe something, even if you have proof that that's what it's going to be. You can believe something totally different, and things shift and change in your favor. Things shift and change according to what you desire. It's about what you think, what you believe, and what you speak out of your mouth. You have to be mindful of what you say when it comes to leaving a legacy, when it comes to being led and guided by your intuition, when it comes to becoming who God created you to be. Mind your words, mind your thoughts, mind what you say, mind what you allow other people to speak into your life. Just because somebody says something does not mean that you have to accept it. Okay? Okay. Let me calm it on down. Okay. But she decided, you know what? God has a final say. She went to a revival, had them pray over her, and let them know what was going on. And she said the only thing that she remembers is feeling like she was being lifted off of her feet and that God was pouring gold into her stomach. Okay. And that encounter, that experience afterwards, she went back to the doctor. They reran the test. They were checking on me, doing the scans, whatever the case may be. And they could not find anything wrong with me. I had a stomach, my esophagus and my windpipe was fused together, and I did not have Down syndrome. So all of these things that they saw, all of these things that they had proof to share with my mom, to say this is the outcome of your blessing. This is the outcome of the birth of your child, or the possibility of not giving birth to your child. This is the outcome. But her faith is what brought me here, because she could have said, you know what, I see that, I'm gonna go ahead and terminate this pregnancy because I don't want to, I've had issues and challenges before, based off of proof, based off of past experiences. I'm gonna just go ahead and terminate this pregnancy because that's what's best for me, that's what's best for this child. But she chose to believe a different outcome, even though she had proof with her eyes. Okay. But that's the thing, we cannot always believe what we see. We got to believe in what we don't see. Faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. Okay. The enemy or even yourself might try to trick you to believe something that is true, that is really not true, because you can see it with your eyes. Everything that you see is not true. So when it comes to me becoming the golden child, that was the foundation of it. It was faith, it was healing, it was being gifted the gift of healing, to let other people know, based off of my story, based off the gift of healing that he's given me, that miracles are possible. that you are a walking, talking, breathing miracle. Even if you wheeling or crawling, you are still a miracle. There is still something that God, Yahuwah, source, energy, universe has for you to do. So even if things have not turned out the way that you desired for them to, it does not mean that things cannot turn around in an instant, in a moment, in a second, in a week, in a day. Do not give up just because your past experiences have shown you that things were not going to work out. Things can shift and change in an instant, but it starts with you. It starts with your belief. It starts with your faith. It starts with shifting your focus and your mindset around what you desire, understanding that a lot of what you desire, a lot of what you've experienced is not your fault. Okay, based off of generational curses, things that your parents did, things that other people did, whatever the case may be. But it's your responsibility to choose something different for your life moving forward. That is your responsibility. That's not somebody else's. You get to choose in this moment to say, you know what? I'm going to leave a legacy of hope. I'm going to leave a legacy of peace. I'm going to leave a legacy of healing. I'm going to leave a legacy of abundance. I'm going to leave a legacy of financial freedom. I'm going to leave a legacy of XYZ fruit, positive fruit that is going to see that you're going to plant now that future generations will eat off of for years to come. Some of the things that you're going to do now, some of the things that you're going to do in the present, some of the things that you're going to do in your lifetime, you're not going to see the fruit of it. It's not just about you. It's not just for you. Understanding that the things that you're doing now is contributing to your legacy, is contributing to your history, is contributing to the things that the future generation will experience because you believe something different than your ancestors. You believe something different than your parents. You believe something different than your grandparents. You get to choose today what the legacy that you leave, and the things that will be left behind when you're no longer here for future generations. And you don't have to choose that based off of your past experiences or what your ancestors did or your parents or your grandparents did. So when it comes to following your intuition, following your inner guide, following Holy Spirit, whatever it is that you call it, it's important for you to get still, to get quiet, to get into their presence, to have moments in time, even if it's just a quick 1 minute, 5 minutes, 2 minutes, just a quick moment to get silent and get still to hear from them. There's so much chaos, there's so much noise, there are so many things going on in this world. But even if you just stop for a moment to muscle test or check in with your intuition, in human design, my intuition is my sacral. My excuse me, excuse me. My authority is my sacral. So if something is not a bodily yes, if it doesn't light me up, if it doesn't give me this expansion in my body, then it's a no. If something causes me to contract, to want to ball up, to want to retreat, then that is a no. So when you understand how your intuition, your inner guide, your Holy Spirit, how God speaks to you, then you're able to move in faith. Then you're able to move with conviction. Then you're able to move with purpose instead of moving with confusion and moving with what somebody else's path or desire is for you. There's nothing wrong with having to pivot. There's nothing wrong with, if you feel like, oh, this was what my guide, my source, my intuition was telling me, and that wasn't the right thing. It is okay to make mistakes. It is okay to make U-turns. It is okay to pivot. It is okay to make adjustments. You're not going to always get it right, but the more that you practice, the more that you sit still to listen, the more that you focus in on what your body, what your being is telling you, the more often you will get it right. You will get in alignment with what your guide, source, intuition, inner guide is telling you. So if you have any questions around, hearing from your intuition, hearing from your inner guide, understanding your authority and human design, those things, feel free to drop a question in the comment section, and I will, answer to the best of my ability. If I don't know the answer, I know somebody that does. So feel free to reach out and just know that you are not alone. You are not alone in this journey. You do not have to do life alone. We are not designed to do life alone. And remember Your legacy is not just for you. There are so many people, present and future, that are going to eat from the fruit that you of the seeds and even the fruit that is coming into fruition now in your life. There are so many people that are going to benefit from those things. There are so many lives that you're going to impact from leaving the legacy that you're designed to live, to leave and live. So live a legacy now, okay? Leave it later. Live a legacy now and leave it later, okay? So this is the new time that I will be doing Freedom Fridays. My reasoning for that is because my Sabbath starts sundown Friday to sundown Saturday. So I've been working on being more intentional with honoring my Sabbath. If you want have any questions about that, no, I'm not a 7-day Adventist, but I do believe that the seventh day of the week, which is Saturday, is the Sabbath. So again, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, feel free to drop in the chat your journey with leaving a legacy, what that has looked like. How did you get to where you are and who you are today? I want to hear more about you. I want to hear where you're tuning in from. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, comment, all of those things so that more people can, get this message, get this wisdom, get this knowledge, get this insight and things that God is using me to share with the world so we can make an impact together. I can't do this alone. So the more you share, the more you comment, the more you like, the more, you have invite people to subscribe, the more people can be impacted. So thank you in advance. And if nobody told you today, remember that I love you. I see you. And I'm so freaking proud of you just for being you. You are perfect. Just the way that you are. God did not make any mistakes when he made you. Okay. No matter what mistakes you have made, that does not make you a mistake. Okay. You are born with infinite value, infinite enoughness, infinite worthiness. Everything that you need, require, and desire to succeed and have the life that God created for you to live is within you. It starts here. It starts with you. You have so much more power, capacity, and capability than you even know, understand, or can even dream. But you're walking in it and doing it one day at a time. Okay, one moment at a time. Don't rush yourself. Give yourself grace. Give yourself space. And allow yourself to make mistakes. That's how we learn. So, thank you so much again for watching. And I will see you in the next episode. This weekend, we are no longer doing story time Saturday. Again, it's my Sabbath, and I normally really am not on my computer or my phone or anything like that on Saturday. I was just trying to do something every day of the week, but Saturday and Sunday I have, not this Sunday, but the second Sunday of the month, we have our Soul Care Sunday Social. A lot of S's, so I sometimes get tongue tied with it. But this weekend, you won't see me. You'll see me back here on Monday. You'll see the post of the events for the week. And then I'll be live for the co-working session on Monday. Tuesday is Book Talk Tuesday. Wednesday is Wealth Wednesday. Thursday is Thirsty Thursday. Friday is Freedom Friday. And we're back here again. So thank you again. Oh, and also on Wednesdays, I'm over on LinkedIn Live as well. I do a indie authors playbook segment over there. So if you have not followed me, I'm over there at Jalisa the Golden Child as well. So thank you again for being here. Thank you for watching. And I will see you in the next episode. All right. And I'm working this out, y'all. Okay. So bear with me. Okay. All right, y'all. Peace.